Hey, hey, hey. Okay, we are in a pop-up think hour, and we do have 7 magic minutes right now to think tank some ideas and mastermind. So we were talking about the question is, where in your life do you need a growth spurt, right? Quick action, ready to go, some areas to grow in. Is there anywhere that you would want to set focus to that we can discuss in this mastermind? Anyone?
I do. It's finding a nanny again.
Mm,
Like we're at a point where Brian is ready to get back to work and he's like, babe, I can't do this 5 days in a row anymore. Like it's all consuming and he's like, so can we figure something out about that? And I'm like, yep. So it's finding a nanny. And being able, because we've had nannies in the summer, but never in the school year. And so, excuse me, figuring out what that looks like, you
mm,
know. So I've gone on care.com, but it just doesn't seem like the right fit. And we had a neighbor in Shakopee that was awesome. And now all the neighbors are like 80 plus
mm.
years old.
It's a little different crowd.
A little bit different. So holding the space to find a nanny and to, um, I know when I was a kid, because I babysat and nannied pretty much since I was 8. And I always thought like, okay, I'm gonna have someone like me when I have kids or when I have a
Right.
kid. And so looking for that consistent someone like me.
But consistent, someone like me. I love that. Yeah, that's a good point though, too, is before pandemic and everything, I would have been like, yeah, care.com. But that's the other thing too, is like now, where do you find your resources, right? Like now, what if that's totally different? People's lives have all been turned upside down in some way, shape, or form. So like services like care.com is like, how do you begin to, you know, get back into that once you've had that, right? And I know that your last care provider that you used, like she was in college. So now we're talking about the school year. And it's like, yeah, you find the college kids that are like in the summer looking for some extra um, money and they have the time and they just want to like do fun things, which is a great option for the summer for college kids that, you know, want to have fun and make money. But yeah, during the school year, where do you begin? And my first thought was like, um, the people that are around you. And I know you mentioned that they're old, but maybe they have recommendations. Maybe they have grandkids or great grandkids that live close by to them. Or, it's really just because you moved. My first thought is like building the community or getting to know your community, the people that are in your area, and start building a connection with them because we can't find the right people if we're not out there connecting to know what that is. So if you guys already know exactly like time frame or anything like that, but I think the biggest thing when you move to a new location is getting connected, especially because that's an in-person kind of request. You need that person to be in charge of your greatest possession, which is your child, or not possession, but your most prized possession. Is that what they say? I don't know what they say. But something that you obviously want good recommendation on. It's a human being. And you're looking for someone like you said, like, where do you start to find someone that's like you? I kind of joked once with my neighbor that when I said that I was looking for a nanny, I'm looking for basically a third parent to come into my house and love my kids like me, but also like understand our values. And like, that's a really huge thing. Um, and I was kind of joking, like putting out like a dating ad, like on your social media to start out with like people that to say, do you have this quality, this quality, this quality, this quality, and like listing all of it out. And when I was talking to her about it, it was this huge long list. And I was like, and if you check all of these boxes, then call me. Because it's true. Like, where do you start when it's literally like you want someone that has the heart like you do, and like the values and all that? It's like, where do you find that? Or someone that is available to like learn and become that. That is and it's a huge time thing too, especially when it's little kids, that it has to be the right people and the right energy. So I don't really have an answer, because I want to know the answer to that. So if anybody else has an answer, if they want to share about how to find the right people for that, we are all ears. Nicole?
Okay, literally the only thing as you were speaking that kept coming to mind is like, you don't find it, like it literally will find you. Like you put out like what the fuck you want out of this person, and then you let it happen, girlfriend. Like you just let it fucking happen. That is literally all that went through my mind as you were talking. I'm just like, no, it just happens. It'll just happen. Like it'll just happen perfectly.
Yeah, I love that. So I guess the encouragement is get clear on exactly what this human, needs to have, or, can build on, and keep your eyes open. Keep looking for it. Keep your eyes open. I love that. I love the directness and the simplicity in that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's awesome. Thank you, Nicole, for sharing that. And we are almost to the top of the hour. And goodbye, Susie.